Our book is about three scientists working in the control room of a particle accelerator at Jefferson National Laboratory. During a week of experiments run in 2010, the scientists encountered evidence that suggested that a subatomic particle was time traveling. Of course, this was only a hypothesis. They had to figure out ways to test whether that hypothesis held or to try to disconfirm the hypothesis. And in doing so, they had to come face to face with traditional philosophical and scientific paradoxes about time travel. There's a long tradition in philosophy of using the dialogue form. I think the reason for this is that it allows accessibility. Readers are able to process and understand the material a little more easily when it's presented as a conversation. Of course, the dialogue form also allows the presentation of pretty sophisticated philosophical ideas. We had another reason for choosing the dialogue form. Only the dialogue form would do justice to the puzzlement and excitement that these physicists and the computer scientists had as they witnessed these results that suggested that time travel was real. Potentially, the audience is anyone who's at all interested in the possibility of time travel. If you're a fan of science fiction movies like The Terminator, Back to the Future, 12 Monkeys, these movies are addressed by the scientists in terms of trying to illustrate various aspects of time travel. It's also, of course, intended for philosophers and philosophy students interested in questions of metaphysics, especially questions about the philosophy of time, questions about free will, questions about causation, and other paradoxes of metaphysics. The focus of the dialogue is on the grandfather paradox and other bilking arguments. Basically, these arguments address the issue of whether a time traveler to the past could change the past. The scientists have to try and decide what kind of time travel might be taking place. Time travel that allows changing the past, or time travel that doesn't allow changing the past. There are also questions about backwards causation, causal loops, and whether time travel would be possible if only the present is real. All versions of the book, including the hardback and paperback, contain links to animated graphs, the graphs that were used by the scientists to report their results. The electronic versions have embedded animated graphs right in the text. I'm John W. Carroll. I'm a professor of philosophy at NC State University. I consider myself the producer and editor of A Time Travel Dialogue. Who are the authors? The authors are 11 NC State students who did the great majority of the writing. They are Stephen Carpenter, Kevin Harrison, Gray Madry, Kevin Martell, Stuart Miller, Nathan Sasser, Beth Ehrlich Slater, Stephen Sutton, Robert Todd, Diana Teisinger, and Laura Wingler. So a group of extremely bright and devoted students. They've created here something quite wonderful. I hope you'll enjoy the book.